Hi Leos, welcome to your monthly scopes. Please keep in mind this is only a general reading. Take what it feels right with your own life experiences at the moment and what resonates more with you. For this monthly scopes, I'll be doing a spread called the Flying Bird, which intends to bring to conscious awareness the direction you may go going towards the month of May. So, Leo, it seems like you're holding on to some kind of situation that it's bringing you some sorrow, some pain associated, and you're holding tight to whatever this sense of possession, this sense of holding on is, and it's keeping you from enjoying the gifts of life, and it's keeping you from enjoying and understanding at a deeper level the root of your own pain or your own suffering or your own sorrow at the moment. So as a departure card or the here and now, you have the sorrow card. So the journey of May begins with you having to reflect upon your own sense of sorrow or something just making you feel very mentally preoccupied, worried, stressed, and it's a gateway. This sorrow or this pain you may be feeling during the month of May. It's a getaway, a free pass and a free ticket to go just so much deep inside of you, to realize the true causes and the true roots inside of you of this sorrow or of this mental anguish that you're feeling through. Because usually, when we feel this way, it has little to do with the situation itself. It's more about deeply rooted patterns of self pity or victimization or feeling of abandonment since a young age that creates this constant pattern of sorrow, of feeling depleted from enjoying life's gifts. Because the resistance card is the miser. She's holding on to her values. She's holding on to that wall she created around her so nobody could steal them away their values from her. So I think you're holding on to some kind of situation which you value a lot. And it's time to let the situation go. It's time to let the wall fall down. It's time to release attachments, to release some fear associated and some anxiety associated with the loss or the idea of loss. You could just feel that you need to preserve and protect something because you feel like if that something is taken away from you, you'll have nothing left. But you see, in life, nothing that's taken away from us, it's it's without a meaning and it's without a purpose, and that purpose is always growth. And I know we have a lot of time acknowledging this and accepting this, but even when we enter states of deep depression or deep loss of something or someone, our soul is evolving and growing with those experiences. And that's why in the beginning, in the departure, I think you have sorrow card, because the universe is proposing you, it's giving you, again, a free pass to understand the roots of this feeling of attachment, of this feeling of needing to protect and holding on to everything you have, and understand the causes. Where is that root? And when we understand the root of what activates that pattern inside of us, we can change it, because once we are aware, we know that most of the times that thing, that pattern is not even ours. It's our perception or projection of some situation, some trauma that needs to be dealt and released and cleansed out of our systems, so we can hopefully get to a point of um, embodying our true essence, not leaving always half of our purpose, half of our essence here. So the response to that resistance card is innocence. So if you do acknowledge your uh, miser behavior, if you acknowledge your fear of loss, your fear of things being taken away from you, you realize that nothing can be taken away from you, that it's yours. And also you'll grow with a lot of wisdom. You'll grow with a lot of enjoyment, of a lot of a new self, self realization of being being happy, being so happy and open and radiant to everything that happens in life, good, perceived as good or perceived as bad, because you are wise. You are wise. You are very wise without being bitter, and you have this childlike attitude without being childish. So the response to this resistance of this fear of flying, of losing things, it's um, a gateway for you to achieve a new sense of wisdom in life, and a new completely radiant, shining look towards existence and towards what happens with you, where sorrow simply cannot exist when you have this innocence, childlike feeling through experiences. But also this could be talking about if you keep this fear of flying, you'll be unable to see life this way. You'll be unable to see life with its beauty and its joy and its radiance and that sun shining even in the darkest hours. The intuition is suppression. So you're needing really to realize the the self-imposing, the self-containment, the self-control over situations that you are dealing with, because they are creating this building up of fire energy that will eventually come out. And when it comes out, it will not be the way you want to. It will be in a very destructive way, because once a volcano erupts, everything around its area, it's burned out with its power. So you are containing and attaining a lot of emotional um, passion, resistance in some sense, and you are very attached to it. But this is creating a lot of ramifications, a lot of other situations, secondary situations attached to the main one, which is your suppression, your containment, your inability to release, to let go, to just enjoy life, because you are very afraid of losing something. But if you keep going that way, if you don't let your intuition guide you in channeling this suppression into appropriate channels, creativity power, exercising, doing any kind of activity that helps you release, eventually you'll you'll uh, you'll explode. Your unconscious will need to explode, because it has no way of speaking to you, and it has no way of becoming aware to uh, your own being, and it's in the intuition card. So this could even be talking about suppressing your intuition. You are really suppressing it and not unable to listen to it, to enjoy the bliss of life in your fear of losing, in your fear of letting loose things, liberating things. The intelligent response to this intuition sense is patience. So again, you are being asked to be really patient upon yourself. You are asked to be really in tune with the cycles of time and the cycles of life, correspondent with anything that the situation applies to. So you begin with sorrow, and maybe you'll have to go through this process of sorrow, of feeling sad or feeling depressed or anxious about something, because in that, when you emerge and delve into that darker aspect, when you begin here, you'll come to all this state of individual unconscious awareness, where you just realize the root of your pain, the root of your inability to let go and that need to hold on to every single thing you have, the fear of loss. You are being asked to be patient with your process, with others, with yourself, just to be uh, contemplating whatever the situation is and happening. Contemplate it. Don't try to forcefully change something, because you're being asked also to go with the flow, which is the relaxation and acceptance card. Going with the flow. You're asked to just, like this little man in the card, let yourself be led in the currents of the waters, in the currents of your emotions, and in the currents of divine guidance. And it's about letting go too, because in order for you to float and to go with the flow, you cannot have this miser. You cannot contain, you cannot control where you're going here. This is the card that talks about you're going to arrive exactly where you are supposed to. But you need to be in that state of acceptance, of completely going with the waters and the currents, not trying to hold on, not trying to contain, not trying to change, not trying anything, trying with the word trying, with the word I. Just going beyond your ego right now and just surrendering. It's a card of surrender. Just surrender this month to what you're feeling, even if you're feeling sorrow, even if you're feeling pain, even if you're having anxiety attacks, even if you're feeling like you're going to explode and there's something really bad going inside of you. Just be patient, be kind, let it it's temporary. First of all, it's a temporary situation, and that sense of taking over you, it's actually the stage where it's going away. It's you feel like these emotions are taking over you, but they are just being released. They are being cleansed out of your system, which is good. And I know it's scary at the moment, and I know it's really hard, for example, for a Leo to be okay with his own sorrow and sadness, because they are the sun, they are the light, they are the joy, they are the happiness, they are the innocence card, yes. But this old man didn't get to this state without going through that process. That's the thing. He didn't get to the state of wisdom, of just having so much life experiences and being able to enjoy every single thing of it. He get to that stage after going exactly what you may be going through in the month of May. So even though you're a very outgoing, sunny, positive person, maybe it's about you having a shadow work to do, integrating your shadow self that's inside of you. Maybe you usually are rejecting it, not wanting to deal with it because it's ugly, because it's uncomfortable, because it will it will it will it will take a lot of self-sacrifice of your own ego again to do it. But the new level of awareness you'll arrive at is creator, which is beautiful. See how the light is emanating in the card. It's just you return to your own self after all this spread of wings. You return to your own self of creative fire force, where you hold in your hands the fire, the spirit, the energy, the drive to create your reality, to create just anything you want. It's in your hands. It's right there for you because you are connecting and you are returning to the connection of the source, of your own source of power, of your own empowerment, of your own lightness of being. So you may begin the month with sorrow and feeling a little bit down and feeling a little bit detached from your own nature of joyful, pleasurable, outgoing, social being. But you're going through that process and you're being asked to go with it and to be patient about it, to become the creator of your reality and the never-ending child bliss in your soul, where you mature to the point of no return, where you have so much wisdom to spread to the world, to teach to the world, where you don't let life hinder you, you don't let negativity get to you, take over you. You go through it, you work with it, and you return home to your own power of creation. So, Leo, big month. Big month to be patient, big month to accept darker aspects of your nature and to let go. Let go of this sense of this fear of losing. Nothing you will lose nothing that is meant to be yours. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you for listening, liking, subscribing. It really means a lot to me. And we'll see each other in the next video.